top stories. Community College industrial dispute reaches a delicate point. We'll explain. Missing seafaring couple are safe and sound, but not the yacht. We have their story. And Barbados' #1 tennis player is disqualified in America. We'll tell you why on this edition of Nation News for Wednesday, October the 29th, 2014.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
Thanks for joining us. The industrial distress at the Barbados Community College is headed for a showdown of sorts on Thursday. Who holds the aces? The college or the National Union of Public Workers in a fight that is partly linked to cost cutting at the college. Both sides have called a meeting with workers at 11 o'clock on Thursday. Will the college staff attend the assembly with management, or will they defy them and meet instead with the union, which has been threatening a strike? Earlier, college bosses angered the NUPW when they ordered union representatives to hold a consultation with members outside the college gates at Howell Cross Road. NUPW General Secretary Dennis Clark said the union would not be backing down. Health Minister John Boyce is advising Barbadians to get health insurance and help reduce the state's health bill. It's another signal from government that free health care for all may be coming to an end. Mr. Boyce said Barbadians needed to be encouraged to buy insurance and ease the financial burden on the Queen Elizabeth Hospital.
We are committed in Barbados to, they use the term free healthcare service, but we know what that means. It means that the government has to provide the funds for this program. The insurance companies are in the business of dealing with these kind of challenges, and they do their statistics and they make their decisions. So I think Barbadians need to be encouraged in whatever small way to start making sure that they avail themselves of good health insurance that will allow them to pay for these services when they reach an older age. I think it is inevitable that as we grow older, things will happen which have never happened before.
The minister was speaking at the QEH, where the Barbados Cancer Society presented an ultrasound machine to the urology department to be used in the detection of prostate cancer. The husband and wife we reported missing at sea are safe and well. Arthur and Sharon Aline are back in St. Lucia, where they reside, but the yacht Serenity did not fare as well. According to Mr. Aline, an experienced boat captain, the mast is ripped up, the sails are shredded, and the engines are gone.
It tore up the jib, damaged the other sails, spun the boat around several times, and then I tried to stay off, but then of course I had no power, no sails, so we tried calling Coast Guard, we couldn't get through to them. And then cell phones, we were just outside the 16-mile limit, so we didn't have any cell phone coverage. And we started to drift away. And then I started to jury rig some stuff, and so we kind of drifted around the Caribbean for a while. And eventually this morning, we got hit by several others. Two other storms we got hit by too. And then we managed, last night we came off St. Lucia again, and we kind of let go of strategy to try and work on the tide. It has the tide to push us in. The tide brought us right into Seafaring. We were so lucky.
The couple went missing on Saturday when they left St. Lucia on a routine sail to Barbados, Mr. Allen's birthplace. Veteran Calypso tent manager Peter Roy Baer has died at the age of 69. Mr. Baer had been hospitalized after suffering a stroke. He was the founder of the Kingdom of Super Gladiators Calypso tent and was a videographer for 4 decades at the Barbados Government Information Service. New organization, new style. That message has been conveyed by Billy Griffith, the CEO of the New Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., successor to the Tourism Authority. He says the BTMI will be operating under a different business model to the BTA. Mr. Griffith outlined some of his plans in his maiden public speech in the new job.
My vision, therefore, is to successfully complete the building of this new organization and to lead a team that is dynamic, responsive, decisive, and accountable. We will not be paralyzed with inertia. We will continue to solidify all of our key island partnerships with the view of improving our collaborative approach for joint initiatives that are measurable and possess a discernible return on investment.
He may be the Queen's representative, but Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave doesn't want anyone to say he is her eyes and ears in this land. Speaking at the DaCosta Edwards Primary School in St. Andrew, Sir Elliot insisted that he was not merely an extension of the monarch. As Barbados was an independent nation, only certain information was passed to London, he said. Sir Elliot was entertained with songs, poems and skits by children of the school in Belplain. A youth worker is concerned about the use of alcohol among primary school children and is calling for them to be educated about drugs at an early age. Derek Odell, a coordinator with the Youth Development Program of the Ministry of Culture and Youth, said he was startled when 27 out of 49 primary school students under the age of 9 told him they had used alcohol. He also said a 2006 study of 2009 to 11-year-olds revealed that 47% of them had also consumed alcoholic beverages. He made the comments recently during a ceremony for the Substance Abuse and HIV and AIDS Awareness Essay, Poster and Poetry Competition at St. Matthew's Primary School. The next story is a case of indecent assault with a slight difference. It's about a man from the Bayland who, get this, pulled down the pants of the woman in front of him not once but twice while boarding a bus at Oystons. 40-year-old Rodney Duval Lennox Gill pleaded guilty this week to assaulting the woman on April the 7th, 2007. Yes, that long ago. Gill, who has 4 previous convictions, initially denied committing the acts and also gave police a wrong name and address. A pre-sentencing report was ordered and he's due to return to court in December when defense counsel is expected to mitigate on his behalf. Sport now. Barbados' top tennis player Darian King has suffered the indignity of being disqualified from a tournament in Virginia in the United States. The world number 310 was penalized in the first round of the Charlottesville Men's Pro Challenger after he threw his racket, hitting a lineswoman. King was trailing 2-4 in the tiebreak of the second set after losing the first to Britain's Edward Curry. He reacted to a lost point by throwing his racket against the padded back wall of the court. It rebounded and collided with the lineswoman's back. She fell rather theatrically, but she was not injured. King protested his innocence, but he was disqualified immediately for a code violation. And finally, a school police officer has been placed on leave after a woman he arrested reported his strange behavior. The woman said she was pulled over by the officer who allegedly offered to let her off if she would let him sniff her feet because he has a foot fetish. The officer told the woman he smelled marijuana in her car, but she denied it. He conducted a search and found a marijuana grinder. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The 26-year-old officer offered to release the woman if she would let him sniff or lick her feet, but after she took off her shoes, he asked for her underwear instead. He eventually let her go without taking the undies or sniffing her feet. The woman filed a police report and the officer was nabbed from his fingerprints on her insurance card. He was arrested and charged, but has been freed on bond. Authorities are now asking other women who might have had a similar experience to come forward. And that's Nation News for Wednesday. For more, log on to our website nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And get your Daily Nation on Thursday.